Is the American Express Platinum Card worth the annual fee of $695? There's no lie that so many people across social media absolutely hate the American Express Platinum Card. They call it a coupon book. They say it's a waste of money. But then I think to myself, have they ever really had the Platinum Card? If they had it, did they use it properly? I think it's time for me to make a video talking about the Platinum Card because there's a lot of people that are curious to know, is it truly worth the $695 annual fee? Because that is absolutely steep. And I do have the personal one and I have the business version. So there's a reason why I actually keep this in my wallet. So let's go over it together, look at all the benefits, and I'll tell you about my experience and what I think truly about the American Express Platinum Card. This is gonna be about me. It's not gonna be biased. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I used it for and how I truly benefit from having this credit card in my wallet. So maybe you can make a better educated decision to decide, maybe this does make sense for me. Because remember, it doesn't matter what credit card I talk about. It has to make sense for your lifestyle. So let's jump right into it and talk about all the benefits and the application process with the American Express Platinum Card. First things first about the American Express or any American Express credit card for the personal side. If you apply for any American Express credit card on the personal side, there is no hard inquiry to see if you are approved. It's a new program that they started, I think it was like last year when they started, but basically they're gonna tell you whether you're approved or denied. This is not a pre-approval. They're truly gonna tell you whether or not you are approved or denied. Now, if you accept the offer, there will be a hard inquiry. And I tell people, listen, who cares about a hard inquiry? It doesn't do as much damage as people are saying. At the most, you may lose 3 to at maximum 6 points per hard inquiry. But you want to keep those to a minimum between 2 to 4 hard inquiries every 2 years. So just remember that. Always keep that in the back of your head. Now, right out the gate, remember, this is a $695 annual fee. This is nothing to say, oh, it's not a big deal. Anything that you have to spend an annual fee on is a huge deal. I don't care how much money you make, because even if you have money and you're wealthy, you're still burning cash. So you need to make sure that this makes sense and you're actually going to use this card properly. Now, you're going to earn 80,000 membership reward points when you spend $8,000 in the first 6 months of you actually having this card in your wallet. That means that you would have to spend $1,300 a month using this specific credit card. Now, that doesn't mean go buy things you don't need. That means you could just use your regular everyday expenses, pay whatever you can with your credit card, and then pay it off to get that welcome offer. Now, make sure that you watch this till the end because I'm going to tell you exactly where you can potentially get even more than the 80,000, maybe 100,000 or all the way up to 150,000 worth of points. Now, right out the gate, it's like American Express has to defend itself. It's like unlock over $1,500 in value with your Platinum Card because that annual fee is very hefty. I believe it's the highest in the actual credit card game for the everyday attainable credit card for anybody that has a 660 credit score and above. And just know, I'm not talking about a Credit Karma score. I'm talking about a FICO Bank Card Score 8. Now, I have seen the data points where some of our clients were able to get the Platinum Card with a 660 FICO Bank Card Score 8, which I thought was absolutely crazy because people like to say that, no, you have to have a really high credit score. No, you really don't. American Express is not as tight as a lot of these other companies out there. Now, the first credit that is personally my favorite is the hotel credit for $200. Now, you're gonna get $200 back in statement credits each year on a prepaid fine hotels and resorts or the hotel collections booked in American Express Travel. That means inside of their portal. So now the reason why I love this is because it comes with a little bit of extra perks. Now you see the $200 credit right here. It's gonna vary from property to property. So you may get 100, you may get 200, you may get the $200 credit plus free breakfast and late checkout at 4 p.m. It's gonna vary from different hotels all across the United States. I stayed at the Waldorf Astoria in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm gonna tell you right now, they treated me like a king. I'm not gonna lie. I used my credit for a spa day. I actually got free breakfast both days that I stayed there. And it was in a restaurant. It wasn't a buffet by any means. It was a sit-down restaurant. I got to choose whatever I wanted on the menu. And I got to use that. Now you can use it in the actual restaurants. You can use it at the bar for drinks. You can use it at the hotel spas. There's so many things that you can use those credit for. And for me, when I travel, it actually makes me feel great because I'm a little stressed out. I'm usually traveling for business, for speaking engagements, or going to conventions. And it's not really that fun. But when I travel and I get to use these credits, it makes sense for me. So it may make sense for you. You may have a great great time and do a spa day to treat yourself. And the way that the credit works is they're gonna put it on your actual hotel bill, and you gotta make sure that you use that credit card for your incidentals. You have to make sure that you're actually gonna use those benefits, because there was one time where I stayed at a hotel in California and I was just so busy, I didn't actually use the benefits that they gave me. They gave me $200 in credits and they were just wasted. So if they give them to you and you don't use them, they're pretty much gone and you can't use them again. So just remember that. Also gonna get $240 in digital entertainment credits. Now, what exactly does that mean? So you're gonna get 20 bucks a month that you can use for Disney Plus, the Disney bundle that's gonna include ESPN and Hulu and Disney Plus, or you can use New York Times, Peacock, or the Wall Street Journal. But you're gonna have that $20 a month that you can spend on it. I use Disney Plus and ESPN and Hulu, so I just did the whole bundle and it saves me the money. I get it for free, basically. The moment you get your Platinum card, you must activate all of these features so you can actually get those credits. They're not just gonna come naturally, so just remember that. A lot of times people don't go activate them. They're like, this card was trash. It didn't make any sense for me. You didn't activate the benefits and you didn't use them. Now, the biggest hidden gem in the Platinum card is the Walmart Plus credit. Now, the Walmart Plus credit is really, really vast in what exactly it gets you, because they're gonna give you up to $12.95 in statement credits each month. Now, you look at it, you're like, Walmart, I don't really shop there. Well, if you do, it's great, but it doesn't just stop there, because it's not just Walmart Plus. You're gonna get Paramount that you're gonna be able to use and watch for free. So if you don't shop at Walmart, that's fine. You can use the Paramount Plus credit that's gonna give you access to that actual streaming service. You can have your groceries delivered to your home by Walmart for free. No shipping fees, no delivery fees. That's the whole purpose of this. And there's also hidden benefits where you can actually get, I think it's like 10 cents off a gallon for gas at the Walmart gas stations and at certain Exxons and Mobiles. So this is going a little bit farther by giving you more value also. You're gonna save on gas for your car, which is kind of wild. When I literally just found this out this week when I went to Walmart to return something. I was watching this TV screen and it was going through the benefits and I was like, whoa, hold on, I didn't even know that existed. Now, you're also gonna get the $200 Uber cash credit. Now, this is huge because a lot of people don't take advantage of it because they're, well, I don't really ride Uber rides. But guess what? Uber Eats also counts for this, because you're gonna get $15 a month in statement credits, and then you're gonna get a bonus 20 bucks in December. You can use this to actually have your groceries delivered by Uber Eats or some type of takeout or whatever you want from Uber Eats. The grocery part to me is the best part, because again, you can use your credit card to have your groceries delivered to your house with no cost to you whatsoever, because you're gonna get $15 a month in statement credits, and then you're gonna get a bonus 20 bucks in December. You can use this to actually have your groceries delivered by Uber Eats or some type of takeout or whatever you want from Uber Eats. The grocery part to me is the best part, because again, you can use your credit card to have your groceries delivered to your house with no cost to you whatsoever. I wanna give a special shout out to all my beasters out there that are working hard to fix their credit using Dispute Beast, the most advanced AI credit repair software ever created. But specifically, I wanna give a shout out to Matthew. Matthew's credit score went up 285 points after one round with Dispute Beast. And Maurice's credit score went up 237 points after one round with Dispute Beast also. But let's not forget Shakia. Shakia's credit score went up 215 points after just one round with Dispute Beast also. Now, Dispute Beast link is going to be in the video description and pinned at the top of the comments for anyone that needs to fix their credit. You're also gonna get a $200 airline fee credit that you can use for incidentals on the actual airline. Now, you have to go in there and activate it and choose the airline that you want to use. Like, I like to fly on Delta, so I'll choose Delta, and then you can only use your airline fee credit for that specific airline, so just be aware of that. The one that's kind of weird, because there's not any of these nearby me, so like it's only when I travel, it's gonna give you a $100 statement credit to Saks Fifth Avenue. So Saks is one of those high-end stores that is not in every state and not in every town, so that's a tough one, but you can use it online also, so just be aware of that. You're gonna get 50 bucks every 6 months, so you get 50 bucks in one block of 6 month period, and then another 50 to get you that $100 total. But remember, you can use it online, and that's actually what I do. I use the online service, or if I'm in New York, I'll go to the Saks Fifth Avenue there. Now, the lounges, you're gonna get access to the lounges. People love to make videos on social media complaining about lounge access, and a lot of that has changed, so just be aware of that, pay attention. But you have to enroll in Priority Pass Select in order to activate all of the access to all of the airport lounges that are going to be domestic and international. That's the best part about it. I personally have only had one bad experience at a lounge, and that was in New Orleans. The lounge was a little packed. It wasn't a bad experience, but it was a little bit packed at the specific Delta lounge that I was actually in. And it wasn't that big, and they're all gonna vary in size, so just remember that. The bigger the airport, the bigger the lounge lounges are going to be. I'll be honest with you, it's been over 8 years that I have not sat at a terminal at an airport. The only time you'll ever find me sitting at a terminal in an airport is if they don't have a lounge. And that's where this comes into play. This is a huge deal because you're gonna get free drinks, free beverages, and that includes adult beverages also. Now it's limited to the type of drinks that you can get, but it's a great mixture of different things that you can eat and drink for free while you're at the airport. I don't like to spend any money inside of those airports. All the drinks and all the food is like outrageously priced, and I feel like I'm being taken advantage of. I'm not gonna lie, okay? Now, one of the biggest credits that a lot of people do not talk about or make a big deal about is Clear Plus. You're gonna get $199 worth of credits to get Clear Plus. Now, what is Clear? Clear is specifically for airports or sports venues or concerts. Clear is absolutely amazing. It helps you skip the TSA line. So when you go to the airport and you go into the regular TSA security line, it's like a massive snake. You're just like, oh my God, this is huge. I'm gonna be here forever. You go through Clear and it's literally gonna take you all the way around everyone, and it makes you cut in front of people. And I'm not gonna lie, I experienced one time where a couple got seriously pissed off, like, why do they get to skip in front? And I looked up and said, because I paid for it, that's why. I'm not gonna lie, she was super pissed off, and I was laughing because I was like, yo, she is mad. Like, don't be mad at me because we're actually paying for this, because like I said, it's a $600.95 annual fee, but that $200 credit is clutch to help you skip the lines at TSA, and literally, you're just literally skipping in front of it. It's like when you were at school at the lunch line and you're like, yo, what can I do to get to the front of the line? Well, Clear is gonna walk you to the very front. They're like, excuse me, like getting people out of the way, and then bam, you're right in front of the TSA guy, and they're like, can I please see your identification? And you're in. And if you're someone that travels internationally, you're also gonna get global entry or TSA pre-check, so choose wisely because you only get one other or the other. You don't get both of them. So you're gonna get global entry, you're gonna get $100 credit for that, or you're gonna get a $85 credit for TSA pre-check. Now, there are specific airports that have combined TSA pre-check with Clear, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty elite because there was two different lines. There was one line for Clear, and then there was another line for Clear and TSA pre-check. The one with Clear and TSA pre-check was moving way faster, and I think that was at Newark. I think that was Newark International. I think that's the airport it was at that I saw that. It did take a little bit longer in the regular Clear line, but that's the only time I've seen both of those choices. So just be aware of that. You're gonna get either one of those credits, and they are totally valuable. The TSA pre-check is totally worth it if you're not going to travel internationally. If you're gonna travel internationally, get the global entry instead. With all of those credits that we just covered, you're looking at $1,294 worth of statement credits. That's pretty insane. Now you subtract the $695 annual fee, and you're going to be given $638 worth of credits if you use all these features that I just talked about. So basically, this credit card is gonna be free to keep in your wallet. That's pretty insane, and I think it's worth it for me personally because I'm gonna travel at least at a minimum 4 to 6 times per year, sometimes more than that across the United States and sometimes internationally also. Now, here's the most important part that you need to understand if you're trying to get this credit card. You need to get the highest welcome offer that you can possibly get. So right now, currently, we're looking at 80,000 points, which is going to equate to a little bit over $800 worth of free travel that you can use for hotels, you can use for airlines, you can use for different things, including gift cards, I believe. But where can we find more points is the real question. Now, I greatly appreciate it if you use my link that's in the video description or pinned at the very top of the comments. That helps support my channel. I greatly appreciate it, but there's no gatekeeping here, and I'm gonna show you another way that you can get a higher welcome bonus, or sorry, higher welcome offer. Make sure that you're in incognito mode or you're in private mode, either on your phone or on your desktop, and you're going to type in Resy.com. Now remember, when you do this, you have to be in private mode or incognito mode on your desktop or on your phone to get the most points because it doesn't know who you are. Remember that. We gotta be sneaky here. Now you're gonna go to Resy.com. Once you get there, you're gonna click at the very top. You're gonna see US offers for American Express or Amex, it'll say. Now, once you see that, you're gonna scroll down and you're gonna see there's a $100,000 membership reward points after you spend $8,000 in 6 months. So you're gonna get an additional 20,000 points if you go through Resy.com to get your credit card. And before I forget, you're going to get 5x points for every every dollar spent booked directly with the airlines or through American Express Travel. So this is gonna help you multiply those points if you are someone that travels a lot, up to $500,000 per year. You're gonna get 5x points on prepaid hotels booked on Amex Travel, and you're gonna get 1x points on all other purchases. So this is definitely for the person that's gonna travel at least 1 to 3 times a year. This is perfect for you if that's what your plan is. Now, I almost forgot to tell you about the huge deal with Clear Plus because they've updated it to $199 annual fee. Now, the Clear Plus is $199 for an individual or a family plan. So if you're a family and you're traveling, you can cover up to 3 adults, and this credit's gonna cover all of them. So that could be you, your husband, and then if you have any kids, guess what? Clear can let your kids go in for free. Anyone that's 18 and above has to have a plan. So as an example, my oldest son, he's 18, so he would be considered an adult, and guess what? He's covered under the family plan, which is amazing. So everyone in my family can go through Clear 100% free. There's also something that you need to know about the American Express Platinum Card. Let's say, for instance, hypothetically, we're gonna say, you say, you know what, after the first year, I really don't want this card, it's just too expensive. That's fine. Don't close the card, downgrade it, or ask for some type of retention offer because you're new, but do it before the annual fee hits. Don't do it after it's hit. After it's hit, they've got you. They're not gonna negotiate with you. They want you to stay within this card. If you're gonna use it properly again for another year, call and ask for a retention offer. They're gonna give you anywhere from 15,000 membership reward points. I've seen all the way up to 50,000. The most I ever personally got was 25,000 to keep the card in my wallet. And a little sneaky tip here, you never want to close the card because if you close a card after you've got the bonus with American Express, they may potentially ban you in the future from getting a welcome offer on another one of their credit cards. And you have to understand, if later on you decide, you know what, I want to get the gold card also, you need to get the gold card first before the platinum card, because if you get the platinum card now and then you go get the gold card later, you're not going to get the welcome offer points with the gold card. So be aware that a lot of people don't talk about that because they want you to sign up for their cards, but I want you to understand what you're getting yourself into so you can plan, okay, maybe I should get the gold card first and then go get the platinum card so you can get both of those welcome offers, because you can get over 200,000 points, which is going to equal over $2,000 worth of travel, which is pretty crazy, and it's totally worth it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We covered another big one on the American Express Platinum Card. If it makes sense for you, because it may make sense for me, but not for you. It's all about your lifestyle. Just remember that. Now make sure that you watch this next video because it is about the gold card. It is another great credit card you might want to learn more about. Now, if you felt that I brought you some value in this video, make sure that you don't forget and subscribe to increase your credit score.